Hey guys, welcome back to another installment of 3 Generation Gaming, brought to you by the members of Carrier Strike Group 3. I'm Condor. For those of you that have recently joined my channel and are watching my videos, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for the kind comments that you guys have been leaving me. They're very, very helpful. So listen guys, as you know, my last video was 3.5 PTU. And I had this aspiration to show you guys that I'm starting out with 28,654 UEC after buying a few things when 3.5 Live came out. And I was going to show you guys how quickly you could make UEC in this game. So I was going to make a few mining runs, and we were just going to have fun with it and show you how within reasonable amount of gameplay in a week or two you could have over 100,000 UEC. Even more. I had a lot more the last iteration of the game in 3.4.3, and I thought that would be fun. So once Live came out, they fixed a few of the glitches, so they said. So decided to go ahead and give it a try. So 3.5 Live came out roughly, I don't know, 6-7 days ago, I guess it was. Got it all installed, loaded up the game, and as you can see, I'm fast forwarding through parts of this. And we were going to give it a shot. So when I first launched, I decided to go out to Yella to see how this was going to work. Decided to go to the asteroid belt, check out the radar, see if the radar was still glitchy, see if anything was better, worse, whatever. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's still bad. It is still bad. The new flight model takes a little getting used to in 3.5. You can't just fly towards an asteroid or towards a rock on the surface, and if you're not watching your speed, you'll crash straight into it because the new flight model doesn't allow you to just come to a stop by pulling back on your throttle. You literally will have to slide. You're going to skid past wherever you're going. Sorry the video looks a little glitchy right there. It's not actually glitchy, it's just that I've got it fast forward, so it's skipping through quite a bit of the extemporated stuff. One of the things I discovered, and I don't know if it's because of the 3.5 build or not, there isn't a lot to find out in the asteroid belt anymore. It used to be you could fly along and you would hit targets and you would find quite a bit to mine. And as it stands right now, they're far and few between. I flew around for quite a while trying to find something worthwhile to mine, and it was just tough. Now, the good thing about being out in the asteroid belt is that when you use the radar, the markers, they hit it, and if you lose track of it, it'll hit it again. If you lose track of it, it'll hit it again. Unlike what you'll see on the surface, down on the surface, not so much. It's not really great down there. It's actually pretty poor. It was like in the PTU, in the 3.5 PTU, you hit it and the marker goes away, and unless you remembered where it was, you can't find them. Or randomly, now it seems like moonside, the target rocks or boulders or whatever you want to call them, they just randomly disappear as you fly up towards them. So yeah, that was pretty bad. And I'm sorry it's been a week or so since I had another installment, but I just couldn't see putting up another installment under the 3.5 PTU because it was so poor. And I was really looking forward to and hoping that they were going to fix it in this iteration of the game. Thought 3.5 Live, obviously they've had to have fixed some of this stuff. Well, they haven't. The other reason I was a little delayed is because I bought a HyperX Quadcast microphone to get a little bit better audio than what I was getting from my headset, and I also purchased a Stream Deck. I was really intrigued when I saw some videos of guys using Stream Decks for Star Citizen and for other games in general, but for Star Citizen, pretty amazing. I'm not going to go through it in this video. There's plenty of videos out there. If you look up Stream Deck, you can even search Stream Deck for Star Citizen. It's a key binding system that key binds to your keyboard. but it's got graphical interface. I can look down, I can see what I'm doing really quick. I don't have to search my keyboard for, the T key or the Y key or the N key or the X key. I actually have a graphical interface now that I can just touch, which has made it really, really nice. I left that little clip in the video of the cart flying around in there, which I thought was funny. As you can see, I was able to make one run from the Yellow Asteroid Belt back to Port Olisar. I think I got like 7,000 or 8,000 UEC for my first run, which was pretty good. I found one boulder out there, or one asteroid out there that had quite a bit of borax in it. So that was pretty cool. So I decided to go back out to the asteroid belt, see if I could make a second run. And this one didn't turn out so good. I could not, for the life of me, find much of anything in the second run out there. There was one point where I think I must have traveled at fairly good clip. I must have traveled for at least 5 minutes before anything even marked, which was very strange. And then all of a sudden a few markers started coming up, but as I got up to them, they virtually had nothing in them. So the asteroid belt still works. Unfortunately, Yellow is the only place that has a decent asteroid belt, for you to look for stuff, and it's the only one right now. It's the only place you can search, and the radar works, and everything seems to work fairly well. But the minerals out here in the asteroid belt are far and few between. It does still keep track of your targets, like I mentioned before. And out there, you're going to have to really watch, be cognizant of the flight model, the new flight model. If you're zipping straight towards something, you're going to slide. You're going to have to get good at sliding around it. That's one of my gripes with having the mining radar up, is the fact that there's no speed up there. You can't tell how fast you're going. I wish they would put something up there for a speed indicator. Just because I switched radars, I don't see why they can't have a speed indicator. So I use my cruise control. I set it to, I think, about 100, 100 kilometers? I don't even know how they determine it. However they determine it, I set it to 100. And then if I push my throttle all the way forward with the new flight model, I can limit with the speed limiter. You can limit how fast you go. So I set it at about 100, and then that way I know I'm not, cruising along too fast. But as you can see, I spent a lot of time out here trying to find something, and I was so excited to show you guys how quickly you can make UEC out here. In the last iteration in 343. Man, we were having a lot of fun. Some of the members of the organization I belong to, we were coming out here all the time, literally making more UEC than there was for anything to spend it on at any of the stations. I literally could have bought everything. I think when 3.5 PTU got loaded up, 343, I think I left with about 138,000 UEC. And that was after buying a whole bunch of stuff. I think I had just about every weapon, and I had all kinds of gear and everything. Because it goes away for every update. They take all that stuff away. So I thought, what the heck, I'll buy a bunch of stuff. The drawback to it is you're still limited on the kind of stuff you can upgrade on your ships for, like quantum drives and guns and all that. And if you get blown up, you lose them anyway. And I don't know, I just didn't see spending that kind of money. So at one point, you can see I flew down to the surface. I decided to go give it a try down there, see what I could find. Biggest problem I ran into, again, minerals were far and few between. I really wish they would fix that. The other problem was the marking. It would mark stuff. I would fly up to it, and sometimes it would still be there, and sometimes it would just disappear as I came up to it. Once it was marked, it was never going to remark again, no matter how many times you hit the radar button. It just wasn't going to mark. There I found something, nothing in it worth mining. The flight model on surface was a little bit easier because you've got an aspect of having the ground go past you, so you can kind of see where you're at and everything. But again, I know it's alpha. I made the mistake the other day of going on one of the forums and putting up a little post about, mining and about, man, I wish they could fix this. And I said, yeah, I know, guys, it's all alpha, and I put this really nice thing out there, and I wish I hadn't. I wish I hadn't. There are so many children out there just hawking these, I guess, what is it the kids call them, trolls? I got some nice comments back, some people that agreed with me, and then, I had 20 people call me a dirt farmer, and why don't you learn to play the game and go out and crash your ship into other people? That's so much fun, and everything else. Listen, while we're watching this segment, it's about to crash, by the way. They still haven't fixed the part where you can't use your mouse to move your laser head around to look at everything. You still have to physically move the ship. It's a pain, and I hate it. All right, so there was a crash. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I did not put every video clip I took. I was able to reload the game and get back into where I left off. I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, well, maybe we can make it work this time. Yeah, and I didn't notice until later, crash again. I didn't notice till later that when I came back after reloading, the rock was empty. It had nothing in it. There was nothing left in it. You can see I'm moving around. I'm like, well, where'd everything go? So at that point, I just overpowered my my laser to see what it would do to my ship, and I survived. Took a little damage, but it wasn't that big a deal. So just out of pure frustration, I guess, headed back out to the asteroid belt to give it another shot. So surface mining, radar, like I said, radar's still broke. Targets randomly disappear. It's just, I don't know, it's just so frustrating. And if you didn't notice, some of you may have gotten the newsletter. Star Citizen, Robert Space Industries, they sent out in this newsletter where we could actually send in our comments. There was a whole form that you could fill out and talk about the problems that you see with 3.5. What do you like? What don't you like? What are the problems? So obviously, I picked mining and put that out there, and luckily nobody can respond to those because I'm still a little bit taken aback by some of the comments I got from the forums. And I thought I was being such a nice guy in the forums, just saying, hey, hey guys, is everybody else experiencing this? And you're a dirt farmer. Why are you playing this? It's a first-person shooter game. You should learn to run around and shoot everybody, somebody said. And it's like, come on, guys. It's not a first-person shooter game. It's a space simulation game. And this is not... If that's what these guys are looking to do, to just go out and grief people, then, more power to them. That's not what most of us are looking to do. I'm actually looking to have fun and grind it out and do good things for my organization by collecting minerals and making some UEC. So, I don't know. It was frustrating. The video you're watching, I think, came out to about 16 minutes after I edited it. That was probably, I'd say, at least 3 hours of flying time. I crashed. The game crashed on me a total of 7 times. I was able to reload and get back to my last location twice. But like I said, the second time I came back, I noticed that the rock was now empty. It had no minerals in it. So that was all gone. So that's kind of a glitch that they've got going on. So here I am. I go back to Port Alisar. I think this little run I collected a little aluminum, a little titanium. I'm going to dump that off, and I think I got like 1,700 for it, but not like it was before. Yeah, see, I ended the session at like 38,000 UEC, which, it's not that bad. Hope it's not going to take us 3 hours to do that when the game is actually fixed, but with Squadron 42 in full swing development right now, I do realize that there aren't a whole lot of developers working on this side of the game right now. They're trying to get Squadron 42 up and running, and since mining isn't part of Squadron 42, obviously you don't have a whole handful of people working on it, which is unfortunate because I know that a lot of people that have subscribed to the channel do like mining, and they like the idea of mining, and it's obvious with, it's okay right now, but when that Orion comes out and the things the Orion is supposed to do, if they can't fix something as simple as this little mining ship, what are they going to do about the Orion? Because if you do any reading about what potentially the Orion is designed to do, it's 10 times more complicated than the Prospector. So I don't know. We'll keep our fingers crossed. I am going to be putting up some other videos soon, probably some gameplay videos, some other stuff. It's not all going to be dedicated to this. Our organization will be putting up some org videos too, so anybody who's interested in joining Carrier Strike Group 3, please come check us out. We are a lawful org. We have over 100 members, hundreds and hundreds of ships. It is a military and civilian structured organization. So, all right, guys, check out the links down below. Leave a like if you liked us. I'll see you later.